Hey guys, it's Ivan back in with another video. It's the second video for the day actually. It's been quite a busy day, but I've managed to fit a second video in, so here we go. The topic for this one is how to get over a plateau. It could be for any plateau, really, any lift, but for me it's specifically the bench press. Now, I haven't tested the bench press, so it's not a plateau per se, but I feel like in the last couple of weeks, the training sessions that I've had, I haven't really felt an improvement. I haven't felt that I've necessarily gotten stronger, and that's kind of a worrying thing for me anyway. I think by the third or fourth week you should feel like the way that you're moving for the reps, for the sets and reps that you're moving, they should start to feel a little bit lighter. You should feel a little bit more explosive, especially off the bottom, I guess. But I haven't felt that, and it's kind of worrying me at the moment. So I just want to start off by saying that you've got your program, right? Whether you've written it yourself or you're following another template. And if you feel like things aren't going great, don't necessarily jump off the bandwagon and just reset with another program or another idea. I'm not saying that, but I think you should be intelligently training. You shouldn't be stubborn and just continue smashing your head against the wall. If something's not working and you're given it a sufficient amount of time, I think you should consider changing a single parameter to see whether that would help. Now, that could be a number of different things. It could be just you're getting really, really tired and you should have a bit of a deload, an early deload week, or you should increase the volume. Maybe you're not getting enough volume stimulus. Maybe it's a technique thing. Maybe there's fatigue spilling off from other exercises into this exercise. There's many, many different things. But from my perspective in the bench press, I have felt the weight just feels the same, right? It feels the same as it felt in the first week. So I'm doing a 12-week block here of the 85% of my 1RM, and we're getting heavier in the weight, but it shouldn't feel this heavy. So all the other lifts, like for the deadlift, I got 7 max reps for this block at the start. So I'm setting my numbers up on that. For the squat, I'm still working with sets of 5. With the bench press, I'm doing sets of 2. So I really started off with a weight that's too heavy anyway. So it's concerning me from the start that I'm not actually, they haven't improved on the previous blocks, on the 65% block and the 50% block. I feel like I haven't improved much. So I'm kind of calling it right now, and I've decided to intercept or interrupt the program that I had planned. So I'm gonna what I've done in this training session. I mean, I only caught a portion of the workout, but I've actually increased the volume of the bench pressing. So instead of doing 5 sets of doubles, 5 sets of 2s, I've gone for 10 sets of 2s. Now you might be thinking, shit, you're doubling the workload. The reason why I did that, it wasn't just because that's what I wrote before the training session. I was assessing it as I went along. So I did the 6th set, felt pretty good. 7th set felt pretty good. 8th set felt pretty good. So I'm going to see how I recover in the next couple of days, and I'm going to see how I go. But I did 10 sets of 2, and I felt quite good. I could have continued going, which is an interesting thing because first set felt heavy, 10th set felt equally heavy. So it's quite interesting. And that's the other thing I wanted to mention. I reminded myself, you can't double your volume on just any lift. That's a very, very dangerous thing to do. But the upper body, you can get away with a lot more. What I mean by that is that if you were to double the volume in the deadlift or the squat, it would be very, very hard to recover from that because that's too much of a stimulus, too hard. The lower body, the big compound movements, the deadlift and the squats involve a whole lot more musculature than what the bench press involves. Basically, just the shoulders, chest, things of that nature. So you're dealing with much more smaller muscle groups, and they're going to invoke much less fatigue compared to the deadlift. So I recall Pavel Tsatsouline reading one of his books that I read. He said that you can do a lot more volume for the upper body at a higher intensity compared to doing lower body stuff like deadlifts and squats. And he generally advises people to do that, to actually train with higher volumes for the pushing exercise and the pulling exercises like pull-ups and things of that nature. So that's something to keep in mind. So if you're struggling with whatever lift, consider increasing your volume. And this could be done by many different ways. You can increase the intra workout volume, like what I've done here, added another 5 sets, or you can increase the frequency. That's another easy way to increase volume. So you could keep the exactly same volume for the session, but you just add an extra session in the week for the bench pressing. Say if this was me, so I could do my 3 sessions during the week, and then I could throw in a 4th session just for the bench pressing to kind of get that volume. So there's many different ways of getting volume. It's not necessarily just increasing the intra workout sets. You can do many different ways. What I've gone for is still keeping all of my workouts intact. I'm still doing all body training sessions. I just decided to opt out for the more sets. So give that a shot. If you're struggling in the bench press, the first thing I would do is try increasing the volume, see how that goes. If you feel like you can't recover, then try something else. But that's what I'm doing right now. Hopefully, it's going to translate into some success down the track. But anyway, I thought I'd share that with you guys as well. That's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm feeling right now. So hopefully it translates into some success. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted on this one. Cheers.